What's up, everybody? Good morning. Brandon Gordon, GabGames.com. And this is The Sims 4. I got woken up early by my manager. Like, I'm up now. I am up now. I'm up and I'm handsome. What does that got to do with anything? Doesn't matter. I'm handsome. Uh,
Man can cheat on a woman as long as he pay bills.
I don't know. So,
Whew.
I'm just up all night having fun. Shut up. Oh, just got back from school. Okay, okay. That's why. First day of after school. Uh, Play some Blake blocks or something. Yeah, man, she called me. She's like, who, what, where, why, when? Like, listen here. I was there yesterday. I think she was scamming. But if you know who want to know who verified, it was you. She's like, a bullshit. All right. I did my research. But as a fellow manager and employee, blame the new hires. Blame the seasonal people. I got bullshit. I got, check it out. But yeah, I was about to go into
Oh.
this whole social media shit. Uh, how old were you guys when you realized that you're a little too old for. Oh, she's going after school now.
Yibs. Uh-huh.
The men versus women shit. Have you realized you're too old for it? Boys versus girls. Right now, that's what a lot of social media stuff is, especially when it comes to dating. Especially when it comes to dating. It's he say, she say. Who lie more, men or women? Who this more? And it's all men versus women. Boys versus girls, stuff like that. And I think a lot of people are too old. Um, what I mean by that, first of all, the grown ass people asking people for dating advice. I get it. Two heads are better than one. But if y'all both ain't fucking this person, you know, it's completely different. People been through different trauma. Can't ask a person who been abused the same question you would ask an abuser. They're going to give you two different answers. Can't ask a person who's ready for commitment the same question you ask a person who isn't ready for commitment. You're going to get two different views, two different answers, and end up confused. That's why some round tables, you gotta take with a grain of salt. Um, First off, can you get an objective point of view? Like they're talking about the subject and not making it personal. Can you do that? Because then you could get two opposing views. you can get two opposing views, or they'll play off each other just for the sake of conversation. One, want to play devil's advocate, want to be pro, want to be, you know. And if you can have a pro and con point of view, that's pretty good. But it's a lot that it's like sometimes you just got a grain of salt. Um, for example, uh, well, I forget the name of the round table. Supposedly a round table, but it's not well rounded to me. Like they got like six people on the panel. Now, unless one person is a self-proclaimed womanizer, one is married, one is single, one is a slut, stuff like this, you're not gonna get a full spectrum. Because you need sometimes you can't be like,
Yes.
what should I do? And you telling a slut what a married person would do. Slut needs a slut advice. A womanizer needs a womanizer's advice. Because outside of that, you're just speaking into a deaf ear. Unless you got multiple point of views, it's not necessarily the greatest round table. Now, don't you take your ass nowhere, girl. And you got a project? But, it's going to fall on deaf ears. Everybody can't be preach holier than thou. And it's like, that's not even you. How the fuck can you preach holier than thou when that's not you? So, grain of salt. But that's why it's like,
Trim the nerves.
out of something I could just relate to, that'll make me feel my feelings
Bimo.
or help amplify my feelings, I don't really care. I speak from my point of view. I don't really care. I feel the way for a reason. So I want to feel that way until I don't feel that way no more. Some people try to bury their emotions. I try to get it all out.
Plano Schwomsy. Yibs.
And then sometimes you do just gotta man up or woman up and bury them. Lay it to rest. It's not burying them. You're laying it to rest. But you can't lay it to rest if you never tackle it head on. Back to what I was saying. One of the dumbest conversations I think is body count.
Yibs.
I'll put it like this. I always put it like this to put it in perspective. We're going to take 18 for the sake of you never know who's watching. I'm 38. That's 20 years from 18. If I fuck one person a year, my body count's still 20. And a lot of people are fucking more than once a year. A lot of people go through more than one relationship a year. You might have a stretch where you do 4 years, 5 years with somebody. you know, but that's still 15 people. If you fuck a person once a year, every year on your birthday, you want to get laid. That's 20 people. Again, that's 20 people if you're ugly. Pretty people get offered a little bit more throughout the year. Rich people get offered a lot more throughout the year. One person a year from 18 to 38 will still put your body count at 20. That's without paying for pussy. That's without, oh, I'm so pretty. Hee 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 hee. All that shit. One person a year put your body count at 20. You know, like I said, there's stints where people be in relationships, be in a relationship 5 years. That still only knock off 5 bodies, especially for women, because men are thirsty. That's why they could charge for pussy. That still only knock off 5 years. That's 15 years. One person a year on your birthday. You let them court you for 11 months. It don't make you a slut. It don't make you a hoe. They court you, chase you, date you for 11 months, and on your birthday, you just decided to fuck. One person every 12 months. You're not a slut. You're not a hoe. You're not a tramp. That's still 20 bodies. Now, here's why body count matters. Body count matters to people who fuck people in the same location. One person a year, does that matter? No. But if you're fucking people from the same friend pool, if you're fucking people from the same workplace, if you're fucking people from the same club, if you're fucking people from the same school, body count matters. Everybody got a pass. Sit there and pretend you don't. Can't be a player if you ain't fucking. If you're fucking people from the same, like I said, work pool, maybe the same family, the same friend group, the same club, the same school, body count matters. And a lot of these people, that's why the body count conversation come up, because they all fucking on each other. And these people, you asking for advice. They argue amongst each other. You asking them for advice. No, that's why I don't mess with women in my neighborhood. No, I at this age, I'm pretty sure most women done fuck somebody. I ain't got time to be like, somebody, oh, that's my ex. You running with that bitch. Ha ha ha. Look, me and her are having a nice stroll with the dog to go get some ice cream. Mind your fucking business, bitch. Just because you got an ex and you happy, don't mean you come over here with your happy ass. Look, it's my ex. Ha 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 ha. Hey, nigga, what's so funny? That's your ex. What does the fuck does that got to do with you now? No, motherfuckers be 40 talking about, I dated that bitch in high school. She a slut. Hey, nigga, you still pressed about a bitch you fucked in high school? It's not like we homies. It's not like we got a history. And did you fuck that bitch last night and I ain't know? Hey, bitch, you fucking this nigga. So I don't fuck with bitches in the neighborhood. Because you should be able to take a walk around the corner just because it's a nice day. You and the family to go to the ice cream parlor. Just for no other reason than it's a nice day without being harassed. Plus, I don't like it when bitches just walk up and pop up and knock on my door. There's a very few lists.
By,
But,
Balalume, Sinar.
you know, people be tripping.
Huh?
Body count.
Ooh.
You know? It's nuts. It's fucking nuts.
Ah.
Oh, they made you wear a tie. That sucks. Tell them girls don't wear ties. Just certain things. It's like,
Yoon.
Yibs.
gotta grow up. Eagle Sporting Range Smith and Western sale event is tomorrow, Saturday, 12/13. Wrap on site. Amazing deals. Don't miss out.
Ah, show
I went
my
there one
Yama.
time. That's when I got invited to the shooting range. That shit's so fun.
Ah.
I don't condone gun violence. I don't even condone owning a gun. But I do suggest that everybody should go to the gun range and learn how to operate a firearm. It's fun. It's so fucking fun.
Oh.
Zoe. Just as soon.
Uh, woman beautifully breaks down how to take her on the first date.
Ranka.
Where's my balloon? Let me pop that shit.
Yabasane.
Let's see if I can find a balloon pop sound.
Huh. Haha. Oh.
Mom.
Nilsdy.
Zaranga.
Hoo-hoo.
Pop balloon on that bitch.
Galmu.
I'm taking you out on a date. Shut up, bitch, and be grateful.
Zaranga.
You know,
Yes.
you can decline a date, you know,
Shurga.
but beggars can't be choosers.
Uh-huh. Homejima.
Aha. Branka.
Uh, Now you can decline pussy, but beggars can't be choosers. Just kind of can't, you know. Got to be a reason to turn down the pussy, right? Like, excuse me, ma'am. That shit needs to be taken care of, right? But if a fat, that's how fat chicks and ugly chicks get fucked because the fucking mind to decline some pussy,
Oh, Hopple.
right? Like you offering,
Ula shaka
fine then.
masa.
I'll take some.
Oh, perfa fazoo.
Might protest a little bit. No, no, I don't want the fat pussy. You don't want this fat pussy?
Shapaza bwak.
No, no. My virtue. Protect my virtue.
Boya.
But you ain't gonna insist too much. You with this fat bitch because you like, I ain't had no pussy.
Huh.
With this ugly bitch because you ain't had no pussy. You on this date because you ain't had no dick.
Stifa
You on this date because you can't afford food. You on this date because you ain't getting no attention. So shut the fuck
No.
up.
Aha.
Ooh. Aha.
So shut the fuck up. All right, go find something to do, kid. And it's just really facts. I ain't telling you no lies out here. Sometimes you just gotta learn to shut the fuck up.
Good fellow Yiba.
You know, if I'm taking you out on a date, you're lucky I'm taking you out on a date.
Jenkta Sipula.
You're lucky.
Una.
I could not take your ass out on a date.
Frida.
You could be dating and you could go with that fat guy down the street. The fat, ugly one that's been hey neighboring your ass for the longest.
Ooh.
The reason you chose
Ooh.
me. Because I'm handsome and you want some dick.
Oh.
All of this is just courtesy to getting laid. to begin with. Because you don't want to seem like a slut,
Oh.
and I want to seem like a gentleman. We know we only here to fuck. Hoping that neither one of us say some dumb shit so we could fuck. Because you don't want to seem like a slut, and I want to be a gentleman. At least try to get to know her first. I don't need to get to know this slut. She gonna let me fuck. It's like, shit, I don't need to know this motherfucker. I'm trying to fuck.
Ah. Hmm. Ooh.
It's the only reason you're going on a date to begin with.
Ooh.
Let's not pretend with the bullshit. Ain't nobody going and taking you out, spending no money just to be your friend. You're not hanging with no nigga you not trying to fuck unless he's gay.
Oh. Hmm. Oh.
Keep him around because he handsome. And you might fuck. Or if not, you could slut him out to your friends.
Hmm.
Or try to tease him a little bit.
Ooh.
Like, haha, this my handsome male friend. Go get your own bitches. Man, shut up, bitch. I'll take him and I'll fuck him.
Hmm.
Like, don't you dare. This one's mine.
Ooh.
Not if you're not treating them right. I'm a fuck. That's when they put you on blast. So y'all just friends? Y'all not like messing around? Because once you get friend zone in front of your friends, it's hard to get out that friend zone.
Oh.
I've been in that position.
Ah, Glenn Uh-huh.
Yeah, be like, so this your friend? And hit her with that look, bitch. Use that friend word again. Still trying to fuck.
Oh.
You trying to fuck to say you trying to fuck. Got me here meeting the friends. That's how all your friends gonna get fucked. Pretending you ain't trying to fuck. Got me jumping through hoops. I'm gonna assume you a slut. Just keep male friends around. It's either you a user or you trying to fuck them all.
Ooh.
Right? Like, oh, he just a friend until they use the friend word. Because once you get friend zone in front of the homies, it's a wrap. It's free game.
Ah.
If they trying to slut you out, they be like, hey girl, it's Brandon. He is such a nice, handsome man. Ain't he? Don't you think he handsome?
Ooh.
He real nice. Y'all should get to know each other. That's when she trying to pass you to the homie.
Oh. Ah.
Because I'm handsome and I'm nice. They want to fuck. It's just truth. It's just truth. Can't sit here mad about the truth. You know, once you get friend zone in front of the homies, male or female, it's a wrap. That means it's free game to whoever. Let's see who else get the balloon pop. Tell me how to take you on a date. Lucky I'm taking you on a date. Not just, hey, trying to fuck.
Ooh. Huh.
Trying to see. Harry Potter and Fortnite. Now they're keeping all the relationship shit away from me. Like, nope. This nigga speaking too much truth.
Ooh.
No relationship shit popping up now.
Spin day.
Let's go back to the top, to the
Whoa.
tippity top, where I saw the post. And we gonna see what else is on that page. Can't even find the post anymore.
Oh.
Bullshit.
This is why I always carry bubble.
Shut up. Oh, talk about Cardi B and Offset. Who is who's the douchebag? Cardi B or Offset? Offset want half of her money. I think that makes him a douchebag, personally. Like, I get it. If it was a woman, it'd have been the same thing, right? I probably would feel the same way. You're not really entitled to anybody's money. You'd be like, I was married, like, okay. She like, I give you 10 mil. Hey, baby. She like, I give you 10 mil. Fuck out my face. He like, I don't want 10 mil.
Whoa.
I'm on half.
Savani, Dominator.
How long were they married? I don't know.
Whoa. Kalifta. Huh? Huh? Ha! Huh? Oh, Neba soup.
Up, hold up, pause. Uh, okay. So here's the post. Men will never understand what it feels like to be 16, 17 and have an older man pursue you. Your brain is not even fully developed, and you're easily manipulated into thinking that attention you're receiving is appropriate. Stop blaming children for the behavior of adults. My response was, because you know me, I don't disagree with her, but I don't agree with her. Laugh my ass off. When women manipulating young men so they can carry their groceries and cut their lawn and shovel their snow with a giggle and a wiggle, don't say anything about men. Using sexuality to get what you want out of teenage boys is just as bad. I didn't dismiss what she said. I just showed the other side from a male's perspective. How many boys or men, 16, 17, out there minding their own business with their friends, maybe playing some basketball? Here come Mrs. Johnson. Hey, boys. You know, you guys look very nice today. Um, my lawn needs to be cut. I don't have much money, but I'm sure we can work something out, right? How many men has experienced that? Minding their own fucking business, and some older semi-hot lady comes up with her girls all perked up in some tight pants, trying to manipulate them by getting them visually aroused to cut their lawn, to shovel their snow, shit like that. A lot of boys have dealt with that, right? So after I put that, I respond to myself. Like, no, we don't want to carry your groceries, but you thick though, and you know it. Stop playing like y'all ain't using sexuality to get them carry your shit. No, we don't want to shovel your snow, but that won't stop you from saying, which one of you handsome young men want to shovel my snow? I can't pay much, but I'm sure we can work something out. That's to double down on my initial statement. Now, I'm like, to comment on her statement. Now, how many of you women actually slept with an older man? Or were you just feeling yourself thinking that he wants you? Because it's easy to say as a teenager, like the same time, how Miss Johnson, she came over here talking about, hey, can you shovel my snow? That bitch knows she wants some dick. She don't want me to shovel her snow. She wants some dick. That's how me and the boys talk. Because you feeling yourself at that age. Now, how many times have Mr. Johnson said, hey, how you doing there, little neighbor girl? You look nice today. Just being nice, you know? And you turn around, Mr. Johnson, wanna fuck, over there flirting with me and shit. Just feeling yourself. How many of y'all actually fuck Mr. Johnson? How many of y'all actually fuck Miss Johnson? I'm not saying it don't happen, because the shit happens on both ends. But how many of you actually fuck Mr. Johnson to be sitting here talking about, yeah, older men just be looking at young ladies, be trying to flirt with us? How many of y'all actually fuck Mr. Johnson? You know? So, like I said, now how many of you women actually slept with an older man? Or are you just feeling yourself thinking he wants you? Then, follow up behind that was, we all want to think that we're hot, that cougar or that dilf. We all want to think we are that hot, that the cougar or the dilf want us. But how many of us can actually claim that? The girl gonna get on here. This is very specific. Who made you carry their groceries and didn't sleep with you? My response was, it's just normal growing up as a hot man. Just like y'all thinking from a woman point of view. I thought we were sharing stories of being taken advantage of by older people, right? Because she uses her mature sexuality, her mature femininity to get you aroused. I know I can't pay much, but I'm sure we could work something out, right? Hee 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 hee.
Ooh. Yibs! What a souk!
Sexual
Oh.
manipulation is sexual
Good.
manipulation.
Woo!
If we're talking about sexually manipulating
Niba soup.
somebody, sexual manipulation is sexual manipulation.
Ooh,
We're
Nibor.
not even talking about those that's
Ooh.
fucking on kids.
Narshka.
We're just talking about the sexual manipulation of kids.
Sabani Dominator. Ooh. Yibs!
Right?
Good. Good.
Like 17, 16, 17, just barely underage. All depends on situation. Men can use it too.
Silny Yibs! What a
Because these
souk!
girls be feeling themselves. Just like boys been feeling themselves. Just like it's
Huh?
as a manager. You know, it's part of the reason I'm valuable. Not just because I'm a hard worker, because I'm a smart worker, because I get things done and I know how to rally a team. But it's because I'm hot too. It's easier to get the younger ladies, even the older ladies. You know, it's easier to get the ladies on my side when they could look at my face like, "Ooh, he's so dreamy." Then everybody think they got a chance. So I gotta be careful. Like, I can't stand and talk to a motherfucker too much. Because next thing you know, I'm fucking everybody. But that's part of the benefits of being handsome. That you could give the good news, you could give the bad. I could go tell a motherfucker at work right now, fuck no. You know? And if it's a lady, she gonna look at me like, ah, but why? For the most part, same motherfucker that'll blow up and flip everything over. Motherfucker be like, I would not have got that response. Like, I know. I'm dreamy. I'm charming. I'm handsome. My eyes are up here. Like, I made my decision. You know? That's why I be needing, like, we got new hires. Oh, you look a little young. How old are you? 17? Okay. Just needed to know. So I know how to interact. You know? Because I do joke. I do play. Nothing overboard. Nothing too sexual. Nothing really sexual. I might hit a, that's what she said joke or something. Compliments. Oh, you look nice today. Pretty. You wearing those jeans? You know, but nothing ever too over the top. So I get it, and There's a lot of young chicks be feeling themselves too. Had one. She used to always hee, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Want to get up close to me when she talk. Like, girl, you don't back the fuck up. People gonna start talking. You know, hit that. Oops, I dropped something. Oopsies. Oh, don't worry, I got it. No, when they try to press the girls all up on your arm. Hee 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 hee. So where you need me today? I'll do whatever you want.
Oh, Neva Sue.
But women don't believe that they be feeling
Yibs.
themselves. They act like that shit don't stink. Like that man wasn't pushing up on you. You was pushing on that man thinking you could get that man. Now you're gonna get that man in trouble. Mr. Johnson wasn't paying no fucking attention to you. How many of y'all can say y'all fuck Mr. Johnson? It's all right. He know he want me. I swear Mr. Johnson wanna fuck. So Mr. Johnson wanna fuck or are you just feeling yourself? Feeling your little coochie. That's why I don't believe in cruel on unusual punishment. And when you bitches come up here, hee 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 hee. Hey, handsome. You know, right? Just weird compliments. Can you rake my lawn? Can you shovel my snow? Can one of you strong, strapping young men carry my groceries? You look nice today. What's on your mind? How you feeling? You know what? I don't got much. But can you rake my lawn? She ain't trying to get her lawn raised. She trying to get fucked. What we gonna think? Because that's what you want us to think. Even if you don't want to, just to get your fucking lawn raised. Hey, Miss Parker. Like, she know what she be doing coming out here in them shorts. Like, hey, the first thing y'all hit. How old are you, boy? I'm old enough to be your mama. She'll hit that. How old are you? I might. Motherfucker talk that shit. Old enough, but you ain't. You want this young dick or what? You better go on now. Quit playing. Hee 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 hee. Nobody calling y'all perverts and pedophiles. So stop male bashing. And it's always the ugly ones or the old ones. Too old to hee 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 hee. Can't hee 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 no more. Now you mad. Now because you can't get an old man. Because your ass too caught up in your own shit. Now these old guys got a little money to spare and a hot young thing willing to drop it low for some cash. Now all of a sudden he's a pedophile. When you were that hot young thing willing to drop it low, talking about I need a sugar daddy, nobody say shit to you. And nobody tell you shit. That's why you grew up with the attitude. You can't tell me shit. That was an attitude you developed feeling your little coochie.
Oh.
Mr. Johnson wanna fuck me. I bet if I showed him some boobies, he'd give me some money. Now nobody wanna see them saggy titties. He's a pedophile. The new Mr. Johnson's a pedophile. Gotta go find old ass Mr. Johnson that can't get it up. That needs some companionship. You gotta be at work until 2 today. 2 to 11. And I'm already at 77 hours. I was trying to get that last 3 hours in yesterday. What? I thought you had time. So I just thought I'd throw that out there since this bitch had the nerve to respond to me.
Neep Sarbzo.
Let's see. Trying to find something. Nah. Hee 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 hee. Tell me I'm lying. I can't be the only man that keep getting that. I know I'm handsome and all. The oldest lady I ever fucked was 10 years older than me.
Ubara Zakuni. You're Rinka.
But that was as an adult,
Thanks.
as a legal
Oh,
age young man.
Corfello Yiba.
10 years older. As somebody, like I said, 38 right now, I fuck a hot 55-year-old, maybe a hot 60. I go 20 up, 20 down max. Ideally, 10 up, 10 down. Uh, let's make the argument about age again. I like that argument, to be honest. Yeah, she aced her test. I'll make the argument about age. Uh, a 40-year-old woman dates a 60-year-old man.
Ooh,
Is he a pedophile?
beak more do. Huh. Yibsy, yibsy.
Like, no, because she's a grown adult.
Vibes.
But 20 years is 20 years.
Peniops.
All of a sudden, the age different ain't it? Like the age different don't matter. But 20 years is 20 years.
Cribix. Aquanarium. Descos? Gipora. Napsa. Weevil.
Right? But if a 40-year-old date a 20-year-old, people lose their mind. It's still 20 years. It's okay for a 60-year-old to date a 40-year-old, but not okay for a 40-year-old to date a 20-year-old. If the argument is experience, 20 years of experience don't change in between a 40-year-old and a 60-year-old. Oh shit. Who died? Oh, she's dead. Died outside the brew crib. The brew live here. I don't know nothing. Like you're dead? Okay, I don't want none of that problem. It's the driver.
Oh,
Thug
Shushka.
nasty. Right. So what's the difference between a 20-year-old and a 40-year-old and a 40-year-old and a 60-year-old? There is no difference. It's the exact same picture. 20 years of experience is 20 years of experience.
Zemoin Fulana, Bepsose.
Yibs. Hebrif, Ibashni,
Ah,
Fwalashu.
Vadish.
Sudur Credenplug.
Nershi fluishant Oberoi Wissabook say. Oh, Wix. Zara!
There ain't no nearby objects to investigate. Had a little less of a gut, I probably stepped that. Right, they ain't having it.
mouth.
Look like there's nothing I could do here. At one point, Carmelo Anthony could have been on the same level of LeBron James. He said, "We got two different careers, but I saw us on the same level." At one point, he was on the level of LeBron James, and then they overtook him. Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, they exceeded everything.
Oop de shoe.
I'm agreed.
Sloofa.
Larkim.
Warbadoo.
Yeah, they separated at one. You know, LeBron James and Carmelo Anthony. Um, it separated that year. They all went to the Olympics, and Kobe, like, Kobe got all of them into the gym except Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony was like, "Fuck it, I'm not waking up that early to go to the gym." That was the level of separation in between superstardom and greatness. It's easy to be like you're popular, go from popular to being a superstar, though. Everybody else that trained with Kobe that year, from Giannis, I think Giannis was there. All the people that trained with Kobe got up early, went to the gym. Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, LeBron James, all of them, their careers skyrocketed and took off. They hit a different plateau. They hit a different level. Carmelo Anthony, he went with AI approach. Practice. Practice. We ain't talking about a game, we talking about practice. Not getting up that early to practice. And his career went the way of AI.
Pumbaa
Pushed him out the
Mo.
fucking league.
Demba Bifna. Simzay. Jab
Bring your
Brown.
ass around my house.
Yeah, so. Chabby Gobi. She boy. Whip Nowsy Ninyap. Sir though. Beftego Shoy. Brett no Quid. Arben Duba. Vene Nooch Quos. Bobna Churf. Wum Shasiba.
Livius.
Ramu.
Z. Bepsio.
Tweevo Bepso. Watsu Gore.
Mofta.
Pampo Peluche. Usha Kapoor.
Look, I'm a vampire. Oh, it did work.
Lashio.
Get your ass to bed, you drunk.
Ah. Neva Jospa.
Vey firma.
Hey. Miss Parker, Miss Parker.
Zorpo Quord.
Darn. Gotcha. So.
Sul.
So.
He moved it too.
Oh, Quexel. Oh, Karzini Pomeray.
Polina or
Yeah.
bees? Potato.
Yasinarp.
Ferne
Yambala.
Globy.
Flurbis.
Chabby Goby.
Yab.
Roshitum Boyd. Whipnowsy and Yap. Serpido.
Sorry, it's just the talent I have. Those titties.
Shunigua.
Uh-uh.
Watso. Quark.
Nibs. Oh,
Yeah.
You gotta go, bitch.
Burloy. Zarp.
She. Quarbo.
Got no point in you being here. Fuck out my hot tub.
Ombres. Parsicong. Bix. Ombres. Parsicong. Susul. Lemon.
Snasha.
Fanboy.
Shoot.
Bimba.
Shoot.
Who's
Don't
down?
call the police. My daughter beat your ass. No, you can't come here.
Kodo. Say.
In fact, she thought this was. Gotta go. Yeah. Shit nuts. Bitch got her balloon pop. Ah. The question is, why do some men expect leadership, expect submission on day one with no effort or leadership shown? There's submission, and then there's knowing that you could fucking listen. If you go out with me, I expect you to be able to listen and follow lead. I've come to the conclusion women have no survival instinct. That's why they don't know how to shut the fuck up. Men understand the risk of losing food, the risk of death, all relies on being able to shut the fuck up and listen. Hunting requires you to shut the fuck up so you don't scare off the prey. And able to sneak up on the animal and attack the animal to submit that to kill the animal, you have to shut the fuck up. In order while you're hunting not to become hunted, you have to learn to shut the fuck up and listen to your surroundings so that the animal don't sneak up on you. Women don't know how to shut the fuck up because they never had to go hunting. They didn't have to worry about being prey or predator. That's why some groups never migrate, because a woman that can't shut the fuck up is not going to risk. I'm not going to risk the whole tribe, the whole group of going from point A to point B when I need you to shut the fuck up. Even men know now in society that if you don't shut the fuck up sometimes, you may become victim to somebody with a weapon. At the risk of getting shot, you got to learn when to speak and when to shut the fuck up. So if a woman don't know how to shut the fuck up, when I'm like, hey, baby, I need you to be quiet for a second. Hold up. I might not say shut the fuck up. I'm going to call the timeout. Like, my work wife, she called me. I was doing a transaction and she just happened to call at the perfect time. And I'm like, up, timeout, because she was about to go on a rant. I said, timeout, hold up. She timed out and she listened to me. She's like, what's up? Because she was in rant mode. She's like, oh yeah, and then she yelling at people in the background. I'm like, time out. What she do? She be quiet and she like, what's up? Focus, right? Attention. Because knowing how to shut the fuck up sometimes is life or fucking death. This is why I don't expect submission as in, oh, do everything I say. But to a point, I need you to submit to me and know that if you're going to be with me in my life and your life, our lives depend on me, I'm going to need you to be in tune and learn to shut the fuck up. Like I'll be heated too, because sometimes you don't want to shut the fuck up. I get it. But shutting the fuck up is the difference between life and death out here for most men. That's why men don't do a lot of talking, even when we amongst each other. We shut the fuck up. So, as a woman I'm dating, first date, second date, I don't give a fuck. At some point, if I'm like, look, be quiet, I need you to be quiet. Or in some way, shape, or form or fashion, I tell you, shut the fuck up. And you don't shut the fuck up, you liable to get left. Because this shit ain't a joke. I'm all about freedom of expression. I'm all about expressing yourself. But at some point, I may need to tell you, shut the fuck up. Ain't no man, unless he's a really unstable person, just beat up a woman. Sorry, ladies, it's about to get ugly. At some point, that man told you, shut the fuck up. And because you have no survival instincts, you get the yapping, probably threw a hand and got beat the fuck up. Not saying all women go through that And I'm sorry for those I offend, because it's not for that. But some women get beat the fuck up because they don't know how to shut up. They're like, that's the survival instincts I'm talking about. No man should put his hands on a woman. No woman should put her hands on a man. I completely believe that 100%. But sometimes people got to know when to shut the fuck up. That's why sometimes you'll try to argue with your man. Like, especially if your man know you know the truth and he just shut the fuck up and he quiet. Survival instincts kicked in at that point. If you running off at the mouth and flip it and all this shit and he shut the fuck up, that's because he's trying to survive the situation. Because it's survival at that point. You know? You can't sit there. So what? You ain't got nothing to say? You ain't got nothing to say? That's what the fuck I thought. Blah, 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 blah. You're lucky that he let you talk that much. But his survival is at stake, not yours. Because we all are put into survival mode. And you got to know how to survive. And sometimes if I say, shut the fuck up, I need you to shut the fuck up. Because you're not about to fight these 6 niggas. I'm going to have to fight these 6 niggas. All because you won't shut the fuck up. You're not about to get your ass beat by the police. I'm about to get my ass beat by the police because you won't shut the fuck up. That's my idea of submission, personally. If I say shut the fuck up, for you to shut the fuck up, you could yell at me later. You could belittle me. You could, I ain't going to say all of that, but you get what I'm saying. I'll let you express how you feeling later. But right now, I need you to shut the fuck up because it's about survival. You think I don't feel like a bitch knowing I got to sit here and shut the fuck up and listen to this shit neither? You don't think it burn me up inside? You think it don't make me angry inside? But sometimes you got to bite the bullet and shut the fuck up. That's my form of submission. Submission ain't go make me a sandwich, bitch. And, okay, baby. That's not submission. That's just assholery. Submission is knowing, baby, if you want me to lead us and guide us through this situation, I need you to listen to me and do exactly what I say the way I say it in order to get through this. It might not seem ideal sometimes. It might not even be the best route, but it's the best route for us at the moment because if it was another way, I would suggest it. I would be like, well, here's our options. Sometimes we don't have options and we need to just shut the fuck up and do. We can complain about it later. But to get through this, now here's what I got. Unless she like, wait, time out. Instead of doing this, we could do this. And if I got a rebuttal like, we can't do that because of this. And she like, no, wait, I solved that. I solved that by this. Oh, you a fucking genius, baby. See, that's teamwork. We both analyzing the situation for what it is, thinking about the possible outcome. But sometimes you just gotta shut the fuck up. Say, babe, shut up. I need you to shut up. I need that submission. Like, why do I expect that on the first date? On day one, with no effort of leadership, because our survival is dependent on, like, if you're with me and heaven forbid something happen and we in a tough spot, I need you to shut the fuck up. If you're dependent on me to lead through the situation, shut up and do as I say. Yell at me later, critique me later, belittle me later. But right now, if you want to make it through this, shut the fuck up. That requires a level of submission. Day one, we on a date. We getting robbed. Like, no, not saying getting robbed. We getting pulled over by the police. You ain't driving. I'm driving. We legal as fuck. That don't mean that you go run off at the fucking mouth. So that's still law enforcement. They still got a gun. They can still do all types of shit and make my black ass disappear. I'm going to be the one they going to put in cuffs. I'm going to be the one they going to take in the station. I'm going to be the one they going to write 10 tickets for and hold me for 8 hours just because they can. For them to throw all that shit out in court just because they can. It's not you. It's me. I'm be like, oh, time out. Take this bitch. Because she the problem. You know? That's on date one. You gotta know how to, if a man say shut up for a second, and I'm not talking about like just, oh, you're venting about your day. Even then sometimes you need to shut up. But I'm talking about day one, date one, we go out and let's say something happens. I'm like, it ain't even worth all that. Shush. And you can't shush. We're gonna have a problem. You know? We are going to have a problem. Because going forward, it's not going to get any better. No matter how much I try to confirm to you that I got you, no matter how much I try to convince you and show you that I want the best for you, you just not going to listen because you don't shut the fuck up to listen. Stop, look, and listen. We learned that just to learn to cross the fucking street. Shut the fuck up. Stop what you're doing. Look both ways. Listen for cars, look for cars. Stop, look, and listen. That's why I'm convinced women don't have any survival instincts. Because hunting, you need to shut the fuck up. Silence is key. Women never were hunters. I'm not going to say they never were hunters, but the majority as a species, as a gender, didn't have to go hunting. That's why it's something that's embedded in a man's imprint that understand this. You know, if you don't have a strong man around the house to tell you, up, zip it. Right now, I'm not talking to you for you to respond. I'm talking to you for you to listen. Okay? But no, zip it. No buts, no ands, no ifs. Zip it real fast. Because what I'm going to tell you is important. Then I'm going to need you to spit it back to me just how I told you. I don't need you to ad lib, none of that shit. Spit it back to me just how I told you. Because it's important. Like, now, what did I say? Zip it. Spit it back how you told me because it's important. No. Spit it back how I told you because it's important. That's how important it is. I want you to verbatim. You know, because it's survival. You know, and that's why leadership or pecking order or roles in male dynamics work so easy because we understand that. Like, who's leading the pack to go hunt? Who's leading the pack in this endeavor? You know, motherfuckers say shut the fuck up. As a group of grown ass men, we shut the fuck up because this is your move, this is your hunt. You telling us shut the fuck up and pay attention because something's big coming up. We need to shut the fuck up and pay attention for. There is no male ego there. This is about food. This is about life or death. A real man knows how to shut the fuck up and fall in line, you know? And everybody might even have different roles and different tasks. So if the motherfucker, like, let's say, I don't know, you got the hunting leader, right? Hunting leader, shut the fuck up. After he say shut the fuck up, everything come out his mouth better become about hunting, or he gonna lose credit. He gonna lose credibility. If a motherfucker's responsible for making sure everybody's shoes are tied, and they like shut the fuck up, we all looking down at shoes because we know this motherfucker responsibility is to make sure everybody's shoes are tied. When that motherfucker say shut the fuck up, we all looking down at the shoes like, oh, your shoes untied. You ain't even got to say nothing, boss. Because we know a motherfucker's responsibility in their role. It ain't got nothing to do with ego. It ain't got nothing to do with bumping chests. This is what this motherfucker's here for, to make sure all our shoes are tied. We could be arguing all this other shit about some other shit, and motherfuckers say, oh, hold up, time out. Shoes. As long as it's the person with the shoes or somebody that want to challenge him for that spot, everybody gonna look down at shoes. Like, yeah, they've been trying to take your shoe spot for the longest. Like, what shoe spot? You know, to women that might sound weird. Like, shoe spot? Who the fuck got a shoe spot? Like, it just keep everything in order. That's how we can organize a pickup basketball game. Like, everybody knows the rules. You know, you come in, who got next? If nobody got next, you call it out loud. I got next. If you call it out loud and nobody challenge it, like, hold up, time out, trap. I was taking a piss. I heard you. I just didn't want to say nothing while I was taking the piss. But I got next. Then you got next. Because you came in who. If there's no who, you become the who. I got next. You declared it. There is no challenge. There's no challenge. You got next. It's that simple.
Ah.
So, yes, I expect some type of submission. I don't expect you to be my bitch. Just jump at what I say. Yes, daddy. No. But at some point, if I'm like, hold up, time out. I need you to shut the fuck up. Take that time out.
Ah. Lava Doi Yim.
She's in an 8-year unmarried relationship with a man that just found out he has an 8-year-old child. Uh, most I could say is it was before I was with you.
Huh.
It takes 9 months to make a baby. That baby's 8. I only, you know, that means it took 8 years and 9 months. I was only with you 8 years, baby. It's before you. I didn't know. Bitches be lying.
See Zora.
Bitches be tripping.
Trim the nerves. Good shawl.
That's the most nigga can say.
Yibs, Bernkachov.
Is it true about how difficult the aftermath of cheating can be?
Yibao. Bayashunka.
I got to listen for a perspective. Wait, pause. As the woman, I was the cheater. How do we overcome that obstacle?
Yibs. Rinka Kimbao. Paripe.
How do we come? Hold on. Was it one cheat or was it multiple cheats? I don't count the other cheating. It's with a girl. And I don't date girls. That's the delusional shit.
Huh.
So she cheated multiple times, and then she's like, "How do we overcome the cheating?"
Yibs.
Bitches.
Plano Schwomzi. Yibs. Exingomip. Bimo.
It all depends. Like, can I forgive you for cheating? Yeah. Can I even move on? Yeah. Is it gonna be difficult? Maybe. But here is why, depending on circumstance, like you can move on. Nobody's perfect. Once you understand that and you believe that, then it makes things just a lot better. Nobody's perfect. But if you like, I cheated and the kid might not be yours, then that's a completely different thing. You know? That's a different type of, all depending on how the kid is too. That's a different type of cheating. That's more than just physical cheating. You know, the emotional damage that come with that is on a different level. The emotional cheating, the emotional shit that come with that, it's just different. Mama's baby, daddy's maybe. So fuck what you talking about. You could miss me with the whole, how could you think that? Or look, you know, mama's baby, daddy's maybe. You know it's yours. That motherfucker's incubated inside of you. How that motherfucker got inside of you, it's different. So some cheating, it just can't be overcome. Once the kid's involved, it's different. But just to be like, oh, I slept with somebody, uh, we all put in positions that either we gonna fold or not. You know, like shit, a motherfucker might fold. That's why it's always, you know, I prefer you not to hang around your male friend. To say you can't have male friends, I think is asking too much. I prefer you not hang around your male friends. You know, because some dudes are waiting for just the opportunity. It all depends. You know, I got to see the I got to see the dynamics of the friendship. Like, who's the hot one? If she's the hot one in the friendship, then you know what? Maybe because you really just stringing him along as a safety protocol. If he's the hot one in the friendship, then nah, because he's just stringing you along. If he get bored, he might just fuck you because if he gave you the chance, you probably fuck him. Uh, if he's your type, then nope. You know, that's why men know. Like, look, baby, he's your type. Just circumstances made y'all friends. You know, if y'all dated before, then nope, for sure y'all can't hang out. I don't even want y'all talking. If y'all fucked somewhere before, even if it was one night, nope. I don't want y'all talking. I don't want y'all hanging out. If he's your type, nope. I don't want y'all talking. I want y'all hanging out. As long as she's holding them at the door, like up, nope. I'm pretty cool with that. No, if he's holding her at the door, it's iffy because if he get bored and he say yeah, she probably jump at it because that's just dynamic of male women relationships. You know, I have had a friend who's just strictly platonic. You know, even my best friend, you know, she let me out the friend zone. And what good came out of that? I proposed. She like, nah, I just can't at the moment. I'm like, well, look, you know how I feel before. And I told you this ain't what you want. You don't want these problems. Because I ain't gonna play with you. And you still let me out the friend zone. So hi. You better accept this ring. I don't want nothing less. We can't go back to just being friends. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I don't love you and that I'm not in love with you. You know? But I do believe that women should have male friends they can call and talk to. I do believe that men should have women friends they can call and talk to. Because when you the fucking problem, bitch, and you don't want to hear you the problem, or this nigga the problem, and this nigga don't want to hear he's the problem, you do need a male perspective. You know? And a lot of chicks with brothers, they brothers be acting like they fucking their sisters half the time. Like, you know, there's protecting your siblings and then there's doing too much. My sister can't have no boyfriend. My sister can't, you know, you want to fight every nigga your sister bring home. Are you fucking your sister? Growing up, were y'all a little too close? Is that shit just weird? Wanting somebody to treat your sister right is different than you wanting to fight every nigga your sister bring home. Sure y'all went a little too close? But I do believe because sometimes you need a non-biased male perspective, and sometimes you need a biased male perspective. You know, same thing with my best friend. She called and asked. I'm like, I run through the systems check. Uh, who, what, where, why, when. Maybe this is the situation. Maybe that's the situation. Here's all the positives. You know, because I try to be a pessimist, not a pessimist. What is it? Optimist versus a pessimist. Let's look through lens of optimism first before we go through the negative route. Because I love her. I want the best for her. I don't want to be biased and be like, you know, fuck up a good thing for you because I like you. Nah. At that point, I was willing to pretend. So let's say, I want the best for you. So let's run optimism. Maybe you're tripping. Systems check. You know, she's like, well, no, because, and then no, because maybe it might be a yeah. Look for the positives before we look for the negatives. Like, because sometimes we get in our own ways. So look for the positive before we look for the negative. Now, does the positive outweigh the negatives? And that's just what a good friend does. So cheating, it's like depending on situation. It's possible to fix. But once a kid's involved, you cheat. Motherfucker might question their kid now. And you don't do nothing to calm that shit down. Like, women don't understand. If a man asks for a DNA test, fuck how you feel about it. You should do it. You might feel offended or whatever, but
Gensh?
mama's baby,
Oh, Lux.
daddy's maybe.
Oh.
Help ease that man's mind. If you don't want to help ease that man's mind,
Marco Finno.
then it's going to be a problem in the future. Because you never did anything to quiet that doubt, that insecurity. Even if you want, well, that's his insecurities, blah, blah, blah. Shut the fuck up. Your man shouldn't feel insecure to begin with. He shouldn't feel insecure to begin with. But he does. Just for the kid to see a present. Should have went downstairs, you jackass. It's just the presence of a parent matter. So yeah, if he gotta overcome that by himself and he's in a relationship with a woman, the relationship is over. The trust is dead. Because when he needed you to validify his trust and he needed you to secure his trust in you, you didn't help him heal that wound. And because you didn't help him heal that wound, that shit dead. Because some things does require a hand, you know? Here's a good one. Are white preferences fair? Yes. Could have sworn we did. Just paid him. Yeah, I feel like I'm being cheated somewhere. But yeah, uh, I should be close. Shit. Oh no, yeah. But then I was pulling overtime weekly. Anyway, I pull out my pen and pad.
Ah.
Uh,
Huh. Ah.
weight preferences are they fair?
Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh.
Just like height
Ooh.
preferences are fair, things like that. Personally, 10 to 15 pounds. I
Ah.
need you to be skinny enough as to where we could fluctuate 10 to 15 pounds. 10 pounds max, right? Up 10 pounds down.
Ah.
Like if we get fat, to be able to
Oh.
come down.
Ooh.
From the weight that I meet you,
Huh.
you're allowed to go 10 pounds up, and I hope that you can come 10 pounds down if you go 10 pounds up. Single, it's easy to get to it's
Whoa.
easier to find time to work out. It's easier to find time to keep yourself together, right? In a relationship, y'all go out a little bit more, so you might eat a little bit more,
Boosty.
and you might become a little relaxed on
Salaboo.
your exercise routine,
How?
hence blowing up 10 pounds. Now, after you blow up that 10 pounds, do you have the dedication within you
Oh.
to be able to bring it back
Ah.
down so that you can blow up that 10 pounds again, get a little bit
Oh.
more relaxed, right? And you can blow up that 10 pounds again. That's why weight
Ah.
preferences matter. I'm not dating an overweight woman and then she get comfortable
Ah.
and now she gets fatter. Because most people get fatter
Whoa.
before they get thinner. I want that cushion of being able to get you to feel comfortable with me enough to be like, I like you let go a little bit, didn't you, baby?
Ah.
Okay, maybe a little bit, right? And then y'all work to get it back
Whoa.
together. So yeah, fucking weight
Ah.
preference matter. Just like height preference matter. Personally,
Ah.
I prefer a woman shorter than me. And I'm already a short guy. Like 5'6",
Whoa.
5'7" with shoes.
Ah.
With Jordans. With basketball shoes. I prefer a woman shorter than me. Shorter than me, thinner than me, so we can both gain a little bit of weight and we both work it
Fwibe
off.
Flintus.
That's why weight preference matters. For the most part, if you find the right ones, they're gonna be like, shit, fuck it, it don't matter, because this is the weight I want to stay at, this weight or around this weight to begin with. And you probably got to convince them, like, look, baby,
Corbello Yibba.
with a little bit of exercise, 10 pounds wouldn't hurt you. I don't want no signs, baby. fucking my bills paid. Wait, no wonder. Thought that was the bills thing. So yeah, a size preference fucking matters. Height preference matters. If I'm just dating to be fucking, height don't matter. Weight don't even matter too much. If I'm dating to be fucking, if I'm just dating to be fucking, it don't matter too much. But if I'm dating for marriage, which I am, fucking right it matters. Because I want to be attracted to my wife for life. Even when we get old and we get gray and we get saggy. Like I want her to look at me and be like, even though his dick don't work, if it don't work, I still love him. I'm still in love with him. And I want to look at my wife like, even if her boobs are hanging to the floor and the coochie's dry, I still love her. I'm still in love with her. She's still as beautiful as the first day I laid eyes on her. And that just comes with dating with what you fucking love. And I say what and not who because it is a dating preference. If you want to, if you don't want to exercise and you want to be a big girl, find you a man who loves big girls. There's a man that's going to love you for being a big girl. No, that man going to find you, he going to marry you, and he going to love you. But you got to find somebody who likes that. You can't find somebody who don't like that and then be like, I don't know why it won't work, bitch, because he don't like that. And you thought you could change him to like that. He dated you because he wanted to fuck. And you thought you were going to trap him. He wanted to fuck. Your personality might be cool enough for him to keep you around. But that's not his preference. Why you don't get a ring. Because long term, he just going to cheat. That's why I say know who you are and know your spouse. Like, baby, some guys, I don't have no problem with you being around. Not because, it's just because that's not your type. Not saying the motherfucker can't, you know, try to create an opportunity or might see an opportunity and try to strike. But for the most part, baby, this man is 300 pounds. His titties are bigger than yours. And, you know, he's just not your type. Overall, he's not your type. He might as well be your gay best friend because he's not your type. You could be friends with that nigga. But if you think you're going to talk about, hi, this is my type. This is just my friend. Oh, fuck out of here. Because pressure get put on you, you might fold because it's your type. That's why you don't keep no woman friend that's your type. Because you might fold under the fucking pressure. That's why your girl know your type. She like, nah, fuck that. That's your type. That bitch gotta go. Why? Because she your type. She know her when she see her. Like, this bitch is another me. This bitch could take my spot. You know when a nigga is another you or another version of you. Nigga might be able to take your spot. Fuck no. Better take his ass on. Whether taller, whether shorter, whether poorer, whether richer. You know you when you see you. If that nigga's a version of you, fuck no. Because a little pressure, motherfucker might fold. Fuck no. So hell yeah, preferences matter. Are there any circumstances where cheating can be justified? Didn't you just hear my last rant? It's not justifiable, but it's understandable. Like, you know what? That's my fault. I knew he or she was your type, and I allowed that friendship to bud. When I seen the motherfucker trying to be your friend, should cut that shit off then and there. Cause I know with a little pressure, your ass was gonna fold. Just because that person's like an extension of me. You fold for me every night. You let me fold your ass up every night because you love me because I'm your type. That person's your type. You might let them fold your ass up. No, boo. Like, is it justified? Justified is, like, I don't know. That's a strong word. But when you see it, like, nope. When you see a situation and you don't stop it, like, yeah, I kind of had that one coming. Because you see the situation. And most times it's somebody you know. It's not a stranger. Or somebody they know. It's not a stranger. Because when a person only knows working home, they ain't got time for nothing else. So it's probably one of your friends that you brought over there, or probably a coworker. The motherfucker ain't got time for nothing else. So that one coworker you see that you like, nah, that motherfucker his type. Or even as a man or a woman, like in a relationship, if there's a coworker that's my type, like nope, you stay away from me, devil. Like what you mean? Look, you remind me of my wife. You stay away, devil. You remind me of my husband. You stay away, devil. Like that's a bad thing. Yes, because I married my wife and or husband. You know, I married my wife or husband because I like that. Get the fuck on. I'm married already. Motherfucker hit you with you can have two husbands. You can have two wives. I see that's the pressure trying to make me fold. The fuck out my face. So justified, like I say, is a strong word. But if you as the spouse, you know, because you like, damn, I like this person. They remind me of me. Once you say, damn, they remind me of me, and you allow them to be around, you just asking for trouble. And sometimes you have like, that's on me. Players fuck up. Players fuck up. It's not on her. It's not on him. Because you know a motherfucker will fold even before a motherfucker know that they'll fold. Because they already trapped under the spell of the hypnosis that they don't see it. The wool has been pulled over their eyes. The moment they think that they can bring a motherfucker around to this my friend. Or, met a co-worker at work today. They pretty cool. Remind me of you. Hell no. Like, no, I swear you would like him. Y'all would get along. Strike two. Say it again. I'm going to go up there and break ankles. Motherfucker going to be out 6 weeks. Fuck no. It's a few I passed. Uh, is it true about the statement, man can't take what they dish out? I'm gonna leave that one alone. I think it's a dumb question because it's never in a positive light. It's always in the negative. Uh, you know, it's never in a positive. It's always in the negative. Why should we be playing tit for tat? If I did it first and you did it back, then you petty. I might have did the shit on accident, or it wasn't intentional. It wasn't the plan. Sometimes this shit happens. People fold. But if you did it back just to get even, you worse than me. So it's not the same. You did it to get even. It's petty. You did it to hurt a motherfucker. Like how you like it now, bitch. That goes back to the childish nature of people. You know, it's not the same. So whether it's man or a woman, I don't like, you know, that question had to come from a woman. We should state things more gender neutral. Can a person take what they dish out? You know, most people, it's not what you dish out because most of the time it's done in retaliation, you know, and a motherfucker try to get you back tenfold. It's not the same. You know, you accidentally folded under the pressure. Now your significant other found somebody to cheat with and FaceTime you while they fucking somebody. Talking about, motherfucker just can't take what they dish out. You know, that bitch did it too. It's not the same. That's why I skipped that. He cheated, moved in with another woman, and now says he's changed. Should she take him back? Uh, Here's why this statement is misleading to me. I'm not gonna watch the video. He cheated, moved in with another woman. Did he cheat and was like, "I'm out of here, bitch"? Or did he cheat, get caught, you put him out, and he ended up over there with that bitch? And then you saw him playing house with another bitch, and then you started cheating with him back, and now you're trying to figure out, should y'all move forward? Because bitches would be out here manipulating things. People would be out here manipulating shit. No, I don't want to just put this on women. Did a motherfucker cheat? You put them out, and then they moved in with a person, and then you saw them happy, and you was like, "Nah, fuck that. You can't have them." So you started cheating with them back, and now you like, should I move him back in, or is he gonna do the same thing to me? That's dumbass shit. Is it true that some of us spend too much time focusing on our brokenness, not brokenness? It's two different things. Yeah, having a pity party on yourself too much is bad for your mentality. Uh, I had a lady come in the job the other day. Pretty lady, short, my type for the most part. And she was moving real erratic, you know. And motherfuckers like, she on drugs. At first I thought she was on something too, but I recognized the signs of anxiety. She's a new mother. She had a kid in a stroller and she just didn't have it together. You know how I know she didn't have it together? Because it was the same day the chick I hadn't had relations with. She wasn't my girlfriend. just a chick I slept with. She came in. She got 2 kids, and she was a little bit more poised than the lady, because she got more than one kid. Uh, the work wife, she called me with the chick I'm talking about that I have relations with, and she like, it's this girl with this stroller. I think she's stealing. I come out from the back because I was doing some work in the back. I'm like, what the fuck? In my head, who, what, where, why, when. So I'm like, oh shit, girl, give me a hug. No hugs, kisses, birthday wishes. I'm like, I was about to come out here on my bully. They talking about it's a chick with a stroller stealing. She putting shit in her stroller. She like, damn right, I'm putting shit in my stroller. I can't push a stroller and carry the buggy at the same time. Now, I bring that up because the woman that I'm talking about now, she seems overwhelmed and dealing with, she's anxious and the anxiety because she's trying to push the stroller and carry the buggy at the same time. And she kept hitting her shin. She can't steer the stroller properly. And that just comes from inexperience. So she's overwhelmed, and that's why she's moving so sporadic. The anxiety, this is what I mean by the anxiety. She's doing it all on her own. She's doing it all on her own because she's so jittery and she like, oh my gosh, this is just so fucking much. You know? She the type I just want to coddle. Come here, baby. Don't worry about it. But, you would swear she was on drugs because she don't know how to manage all of it by herself. That's what I mean by anxiety and being overwhelmed. So we were going through the headphones and she dropping shit because I was helping her with the headphones. And she dropping shit and she like, oh my gosh, I'm so stupid and this and that. And again, I had to tell her like, look, we don't talk about ourselves like that. You know, because somewhere somebody put her down and these words stick in our heads and we repeat these words to ourselves. And because we repeat these words to ourselves, we never really heal from it. So yeah, we can we can spend too much time focusing on our brokenness, on the things that we feel are our downfalls. And that brings anxiety, that brings overwhelming feelings and depression, focusing on our downfalls. So I do believe that some of us spend too much time focusing on our brokenness. Uh, this is true about why it can be unwise to bank on potential. I'm not going to listen, but it is stupid to try to bank on potential because potential has no ceiling. Potential is in the eye of the beholder too. Um, we can keep that going. We gotta find something to do.
Uh-huh.
Uh, Potential it's
Oh.
projection. Like where's a person projected to go? There's a lot of things that could change trajectory of a person's life, from how they deal with stress to kids, stuff like that. Um, I
Oh.
try to live in the now and never bank on potential.
Ooh.
Like, potentially with this and with
Oh.
that, they could do this and that. Like, what do they have now? What is it now?
Huh.
Because the person you're with now potentially will never change.
Huh.
Or are they at their core?
Ooh.
So, irregardless of what they have or don't have, are you still willing to love this person? And that's why potential is, it's an ugly word sometimes. We're in a cold war with Russia because they could potentially blow us off the map. Have they done it yet? Thankfully, no. Do it mean that they can't do it? No. But we have to work on that relationship to make sure it don't happen and that we proceed in a positive light. Potentially, they could be our greatest allies if we nurture it properly. Be like potential could go either way. So to try to bank on potential is a little stupid. If she works and cleans, he should too. That should go without saying. What does "I don't need you" mean? I don't need you, depending on who says it and how it's said, could mean two different things. I don't need you could truly mean I don't need you. I could do bad all by myself. I don't need you here. I don't need you in my life. I don't need none of your bullshit. I don't need the headache. Get the fuck on. But somebody that loves you, I don't need you, means, look, I don't need you to survive in this world. I got my own job. I could afford a crib, take care of the kid or whatever the fuck. Like, I don't need you to live because you live life, irregardless. But I want you in my life. I want us to grow. I want you here. I don't get it twisted. That's why you're here, because I want you here. I don't want you to go nowhere. I want to be loved by you. I want to love you. That's why you're here. But don't ever confuse the fact that I want you in my life and I want it all to work out. Don't ever get it confused like I can't live without you. Because I'm going to live. As long as I live, I don't need you. I need life. But I don't need you. Just like I want a woman. Do I need a woman? I don't need a headache. I need some pussy. His woman left him when he was down financially, but now he's up. She wants to come back.
Dag.
Trying to figure out how to put this. Because it's a thin line. Is it wrong? Like, how wrong is it? How right is it? We're gonna look at this from a male perspective, right? Because finances Yeah, I don't know. Finances are some people think. It's even men that's attracted to finances, you know. But she didn't cook and clean before y'all broke up. She learned how to cook and clean now. Do you find her more attractive? Do you want her back? Like shit. Well, now that I know you cook and clean, you know, you're attractive again. Should he take her back? Right? She added on to what she didn't do before. Let's go, kid. So, I mean, maybe motherfucker took key to what you were saying. Now, men look at it financially. Like, at some point, a woman is entitled to want you to be financially stable. At what point do you think that you shouldn't be financially stable? No, but should finances be all? No. What I mean by that is she was able to deal with the cheating, she was able to deal with the abuse, but she drew the line at being broke. Maybe she just want money. To believe that a person will always like money is one of the easiest things to come across. So to date to base a lot of what you're talking about off money, that's your problem. That's not a me problem. All I got to do is put into the system, I'm broke. They're like, well hell, we can start the ball rolling with a part-time job. We can start the ball rolling with having you work once or twice a week. It's on you to pick up the momentum and keep going. You know? Sometimes it's not what you know, it's who you know. Like I always say this, if a woman got a problem with how much money you making and I make this, or my friends make this, my friends' boyfriends make this, and she can't put you in the lane to make that money, at least entry level on that money, then it's a wrap. Because shorty, you can't even put me in that lane that you swear you in, even entry level. You can't even get me an entry level job. You don't have the plug you think you got. You don't have the power you think you have. All you see is dollar signs. You don't know how to even put a motherfucker in a position. You know? So fuck out my face. End of the day, like at one job, the job before, 2 jobs ago, which is almost 10 years ago, I was making like $1,000 a week at a temp agency. I had student loans, so the government was taking 600. I was making $1,000 a week. I'm only bringing on 400 because they taking out $600 for student loans. Oh fuck no! You can suck my motherfucking dick. So I went and I started working part time. That's why my money became lower. I'm not working 60 hours a week to bring home $400. You can suck my dick. I'm not looking at $1,300 checks before taxes to bring home $400. Ain't nowhere in that is fucking financially smart for me when I can work part time and still bring home $600. less is more. I was bringing home $1,000 a week. I was literally banking $1,200 checks only to bring home 400. Like money ain't the issue. I tell motherfuckers all the time, if you want to make some money or they need me to put them in a position, like I ain't bringing in nothing. Woo out the band. I'm okay. Look, here's where you gonna go. Hopefully you can pass a drug test. I'm gonna send you to this temp agency, or I know like the last job I was at doing home health, I was making good money. Like those two places I know always gonna have jobs. The temp agency always gonna have jobs. Healthcare field, home health. You don't need to be a CNA stuff. That's if you want to make a little extra money. I didn't want to be a CNA because I'm not wiping no ass. Not having a CNA license required me to only go to people's house to clean. And I could have multiple clients throughout the week to have a full schedule. Here, you could go in this field or you could go in this field. I know these two places work for sure. My brother's like, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. Well, you don't, if I put you in a position to make the money and you don't want to take the money, you don't want the money. You just want my money. And I feel a woman should do the same thing. It ain't my job. It ain't one of my friends' jobs. This is just jobs that I know are guaranteed jobs because they just need people to fill spots. And like I said, home health, cleaning, coming in, cleaning people's houses, stuff like that. Like old people are always going to be old. It's a guaranteed job. If you ain't trying to make the money, it ain't got nothing to do with what I'm doing. It's a whole different lane with the potential to make more than I'm making right now. Potential. If you don't want to take it, that's on you. Some women can't even put you in the lane to make the money. Some women can't even tell you what to do to make the money. And if you can't tell me what to do to make the money that you swear I need to be making to be fucking you, then shut the fuck up. Now, if you like, I could put you in the lane to make the money. And again, it don't affect your job because I'm not trying to work where you work. I'm just trying to be in the tax bracket. If you can't even fill out an application for a nigga to be in the tax bracket, then shut the fuck up, bitch.
Uh-huh. I'll do.
You can't even put me in the same damn lane, in the same tax bracket. So what the hell do you mean? You can't talk to me about no money because it's not even stable for you. You probably got where you good at by, skinning your teeth. But if making this type of money is just easy and it comes second nature, then what the fuck? Get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying?
Nope.
Gotta leave at 1 o'clock.
Froluskirga. Trangella Jabin. And Zirpa.
Quobi Mimna! Febine
Oh.
Mackiner. Jabini Nobe. Yampaloo. Oh, Nikwasa.
Talking about money.
Soon.
This is why men get so upset when she keeps back. You hear the question. You hear
Oh. Uh-huh.
cheat
Rove.
back,
He bow. Fredora Yabiba Squadzo.
which means it's intentional.
Ah.
It wasn't that you folded under pressure. You went and you
Go.
looked for
little
somebody.
Swim
boss.
K.
You gonna
Cerise.
fuck.
Free nip. Borb.
Is it
Swarpsa.
possible to know if man is being
BC.
truly sincere or authentic
Yes.
on the first date?
Oh, yes.
I don't know. That's a tough question.
Georgia. Oh.
That's one. You got to take the first date with a grain of salt. The reason you got to take it with a grain of salt is because it's first date. First date is to get to know somebody.
Apalachaba. Zobi Zabao. Apalachaba. Pima. Blashu. Organard.
Borba.
Samzo.
You know, people lie. People hide who they are all the time.
Karenzi. Ma. Bayamba. Inabush Pishushi.
But
Linda Arva.
Talopa Bruhana.
Shalboda Brogi.
here's what it'd be.
Nuloy, huh?
Nistibi.
Maybe
Deplora.
Gobi.
Offer him some pussy on the first date.
Maybe Saquinario.
Miku.
Swarpsa.
Sahipsa.
Bisik.
Ugh.
Oh.
Kane Moopsna. Loopspa. Finarba. Braga.
How the fuck I gotta get to know somebody?
Lachi.
Ifu Kimba.
Guasha? Pepso.
Emka Floof.
Mm-hmm.
Rena. Blue Knee Fronge. Marble Bean.
But yeah.
Tinoba Zawam. Goni. Weeza Naro.
Narshaya.
Oh, Gosha.
Huh?
It's
Philibok.
a judgment call.
Ah, Conqueroo.
Pelafoy. Mishka Fro.
Before y'all go on a date,
Uni Kanef. Wib.
Be like-
Bepso. Watsu Gorg.
No. in
Almost.
conversations, I don't fuck on the first date. I'm not looking to fuck on the first date, and make yourself real adamant about it. And if they're like, yeah, you know, this ain't about that, boo out the bam,
Gafarza.
offer some pussy on the first date.
Wrong to Bibs.
Jabin. Nobi Yurmta. Zime.
Motherfucker like, hell yeah.
Shibi Merkib. Mola.
Then
Gosha Shinoy.
how sincere was the motherfucker when he's like, it's not about that. Or don't worry about that. All of that.
Kim Lu. Oh. Red Jarrell.
Because me personally,
Tenabib. Meepew. Aquimba.
Boombraza.
Yes.
Huh? Yibs.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
what the fuck?
Zamoin Fulana. Bepsose.
Uh-huh.
Because
Yamelch.
personally,
Google.
tell women all the time, look, especially when she bring up fucking on the first date, my number one response to that is, I didn't say anything about it, but I'm glad you're thinking about it. That's my first statement. You know, I didn't bring it up, but I'm glad you're thinking about it. Because you brought it up, which means you're thinking about fucking. That's good to know. Secondly, I could respect that, but I'm not gonna act like I'm not trying to fuck because I'm not dating you just to be your friend. I'm not spending this money taking you out just to be your friend. I could respect it, but I don't want you to think I'm not trying to fuck because I'm not trying to be your gay best friend. This is real life responses by me. It's not, ad libbing, none of that shit. This is just real life responses by me. Uh, Actually, let me see. Okay. Uh, Here's how I kicked off that conversation. This is 2 days ago. You got a lot of dudes chasing you, don't you? Her response, no, don't nobody want me for real. They just see a pretty face and just want to fuck. And I don't play those type of games. I'm more of a relationship person. So I talk to a person, then boom, the truth come out, and then I'll ghost them. My response, I'm in no rush. One day I'll tell you why. And that's because I proposed to my best friend, and her rejection makes me feel like I'm not worth shit. 20 years of friendship, she took me out the friend zone, fucked me, fucked me good, and then like I don't know. But of course, so my response, I'm in no rush. One day I'll tell you why. But of course I want to fuck you, but I'm looking for me. I didn't mean for me. I'm looking for more, and you are the first one in a while I'm willing to drop my guards for, right? But of course I want to fuck you, but I'm looking for me more, and you are the first one in a while I'm willing to drop my guards for. Not for me, for more. Shaking my head, typo. Yeah, I let my guard down when I did what I did. Thank God you did, you know. Then it went into a little bit more explicit talk, you know. But again, my answers, I'm in no rush. One day I'll tell you why. It's sincere, it's honest, it's genuine. But of course I want to fuck you. I'm not going to hide that. You're a woman, I'm a man. You're an attractive woman. I'm an attractive male, I would think. That's why you flag me down. Yes, I want to fuck you. I'm just not in a rush. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like, oh, that's cool, that's cool. I ain't trying to, I don't want to fuck. Who don't want to fuck?
Ah, Vadish.
Ooh, yucky.
Milko.
Uh,
Huh.
uh, uh, oh, oh, Bansha. Yeah, Kimaloo.
Huh?
Oh, oh,
Yep.
Bansha.
Emka
Yeah.
Floof? Rena.
So, yeah.
Chalja. Oh.
Sir Griebenploob?
Ah.
Yes, I want to fuck.
Pipwa.
Oh,
Seklu.
Wix. Bisselfrib Hina.
Because it's honesty.
Brawa Uvene.
Be
Oh,
honest and
yeah,
transparent.
Drobisveric.
I'm not trying to be your
Ah,
friend.
chul.
Not that I don't
Frena
want to
the
get to know you.
Yankee? Revuda. Filpa. Shursanitva.
But
Chab
don't
and
act like I'm
Durkeem.
not trying
Simbab
to fuck
Kriko.
Banuka Doi.
Shamabu.
Chile. Ah.
Spino? Yeah, Fruz.
Camus Dwabe. Zagalafib Sikplusta. Ina Preb. Palachaba Schnebo. Zarb's Canoe. Merv's
So
Defushi.
again, you
Seven
think a man isn't being sincere.
Jiffa.
Did she just die?
Camus
She
Dwave.
kept took my eyes
Zagalafib
off her.
Sikplusta. Nabuna
I said, hey, she
Stormberg.
freak.
Borna Cabe. Espina. Fanoob soon.
Give me
Janjil
the Reaping
Chopa.
review, man.
Karenzi.
Oh.
Ma. Biamba.
Lumbik Wixen. Yaflob Abor. The noob. Kissy. Risto Schmoo.
Wait, is there another one? I gotta request a Reaping review from the Dead Sim.
Panerv Lasan. Steve. Merbanagoosh. Lawanza. Tevene. Oshquin Bikoya. Drovoy no Wangle. Yala. Philip.
You take a break from the
Oh,
relationship.
kangaroo.
Are y'all allowed to date during the
Fuji.
meantime? Yes.
Woga.
You're not gonna hold me on standby.
Oh.
Demba Bifna. Simze. Jab Grow.
Not here to be on standby.
Hinawanu. Sploif Kanar. Pando Cress. Manu.
Either you want to be with me or not. You're not gonna. I need to think about it. Look, talk all that bullshit if you want. If you haven't forgiven someone who hurt you, is holding on protecting you or blocking your blessing? I need more. Elaborate.
Speak to for a second. It's the reason why God tells us to forgive. Did you say that you haven't forgiven him? That's what I want to speak to for a second. It's the reason why God tells us to forgive. It's not just for the simple fact of giving somebody else power, but forgiving somebody is absolutely free. Because we hold resentment and bitterness in our heart.
Agree. Don't hold that shit.
When it falls on rocky soil, the blessing that God has for you won't be.
All right. Like, I can agree with the lady. Let that shit go. If you haven't forgiven, it's okay to not forgive, but you gotta remember that you just letting the motherfucker live in your head rent free.
Fellow Yippa.
Look out my seat. You ain't using that. You just letting the motherfucker live in your head rent free.
Ugh.
So either you're gonna forgive or you're not. If you don't forgive, you're not just forgiving that man. You're not forgiving a lot of men in the future. You're not forgiving yourself. If you're not forgiving yourself, you can never heal from your problems. You gotta forgive yourself. Like I dated that bitch. Lying, cheating bitch. Should have seen the signs. You know, it might not be your fault. But you gotta forgive, man. You gotta forgive yourself. Shit happens. Nobody's perfect. You're not perfect. You're not gonna pick the right motherfucker all the time, no matter how much you try. You know? Is it true that black fathers teach their daughters to not need a man too? Some do. All depends. Personally, I don't teach my daughter to not need a man. I teach my daughter that it's okay, you know, to, I don't know how to put it, you know, because I teach her that we all need somebody. Companionship is normal. I don't want you to date until you're 85, but that's being a dad. But everybody wants somebody in their life, whether it's man, whether it's woman, whether it's animal. Like everybody wants love. Everybody wants to be loved. Everybody wants to give love, and that's okay. Don't let nobody tell you you don't need affection. Don't let nobody tell you you don't need companionship. Don't let nobody tell you don't need love. Just be careful who you give it to, because we all need it. What you talking about? It's a part of life. It's part of, we need to feel happy. We need to feel cared for. We need to care for others. It's just in our nature. You need to feel sad sometimes. You need to feel angry. Even though sometimes it's not wanted, sometimes you need to feel it. Like, what do you think about that? Does that make you mad? Good. It should make you mad. Like, I wasn't mad until I saw that shit. Because we need it. As a, y'all like, don't date nobody until you're 85, because we don't want to think about that with our kid when it comes to our kid. Sexual adventures. It's just, don't ruin sex for me. Because I got to worry about that with you. Like it already takes a little bit for women to turn me on, because I got a daughter. I got a 16-year-old daughter who's shapely. And it's like, I got to turn off everything to function. So, don't ruin sex for me too. You know how hard it is to find the porn sometimes? I can't watch porn with women shaped like my daughter. It makes me feel dirty. That's why I can never date a woman that's shaped like my daughter. Make me feel dirty. Is it true that some men desire those masculine women podcasters? Those masculine women podcasters claim no one wants. Yeah, there's somebody for everybody. There's some men who just prefer to be beta. They're dependents. They're dependent. There's independent people, hyper independent people, codependent people, and hyper dependent people. Sometimes males are hyper dependent. Sometimes they're codependent. Like me personally, I like to say I'm codependent, because I'm not the type that's like, I want to live alone. I don't need nobody. Can I do it all alone? Yeah. But do I prefer to live with somebody I love, somebody I can give affection to, somebody I could hug on every day, kiss on every day? Yes. I'm codependent. The hyperdependent, they require somebody to take care of them. They need to live with somebody. It's not I could do it by myself thought in their fucking mind. Hyperdependent people need to live with somebody. And most people that need to live with somebody, they're either going to give and give and give so you stay, or they're going to take and take and take. So those women that's like, I got it. Sometimes, I'm not going to say hyper independent, but independent people tend to sometimes gravitate towards hyper dependent people, because there are some people that's independent who don't want to admit they're codependent and they need somebody in their life. So they use their independence and their I got it to keep somebody there. And those people that they use to buy and keep there tend to be those that need somebody to give. take on the quote unquote masculine role. I got this, baby. Don't worry about this, baby. You know, because some women are like that. And some men, they need that. So, yeah, there are men who want those type of women. You know, and we talk, you know, that's just even household. We're not even talking about those that are damaged and can't let their guards down or can't be soft, quote unquote, because they just don't have faith in people anymore. But that's because they buy the people around them. So they don't have to worry about it. As long as I can provide something for you, you're going to be here. And I'm always going to provide whatever it is for you need to be here because I want you here. You know, and that's toxic masculinity too, though. Because a lot of women reach towards toxic masculinity, quote unquote, in order to be their strong side. You know, I could buy dick. Like some men believe they could buy pussy. Here is the bait to get me pussy. Women are the same way. Here is the bait to get me dick. I got a PlayStation 5. I'm going to let you use my car. And I'm going to suck your dick daily. Just because I want you here. Some men like, ooh, that's the life. But you caught in the trap now. Now she beating you up. And you the next victim. Domestic violence victim. Because you hyper dependent. Ooh, I found me a bitch that's gonna take care of me. Because you hyper dependent, weak ass motherfucker. All right, I'm done. So I could give out my opinion on a lot of this shit. Peace. I'm out of here. GG. Good game. Gap Games. GapGames.com. Talk about it.